Good Saturday afternoon. It's time for supper. It's Crystal City Girl Homestead. Like AJ said, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. I did get a few after that, so must be people listen to them. So Tom is going to be out of work in 1 minute, and then he'll call me and he'll talk to me the whole way home. That's just the way he is when Courtney's not driving with him. And he could do it without me, but it's his gig. So, today, I've been craving 2 things really bad. Well, 3, and we just had it. But I got to thinking about it, and I told Tom I'm going to do something with those 2 things that I've been craving. Sometimes it isn't real expensive meals and whatever. Sometimes it's just something purely just simple and easy, and it's yummy. And I don't know, maybe sometimes it brings back memories or whatever. It's Mother's Day weekend, and I could have Tom take me out to dinner. We really can't afford it, but I could do it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have something tomorrow that I've been craving for a while. So tonight's going to be super simple and easy, and, well, hopefully you guys understand. Let me get, this is my last can of beans up here, and I know I don't have any downstairs either, so, yeah. Sometimes stocking back up on this stuff is just so expensive. It's like crazy. But maybe I'll come across a good deal somewhere. So I'm going to warm that up when it gets closer to him being home. Now I'm going to put a half of thing of butter in there. If you guys wonder what I do with the butter, when I have a little bit left of one, then I put it in my butter dish. And then I just start with a new one, and then I use from my butter dish for other stuff. And sometimes for cooking too. Alright, so this is going to be super easy. And if I have leftovers, that's good because it'll help for tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to dice up some potatoes. I know, pretty simple, right? I could actually, now that I actually like potatoes, I could actually eat just diced potatoes. We're not going to do that, but I could. I never have been a potato fan. And then when I married Tom, he's a big-time potato fan, so, you know, if you want to keep your husband happy, I guess, you should probably cook some of the things he likes. So I'm going to get all of these potatoes diced up. And like I say, if there's leftovers, that's wonderful because then I'll use them in the morning. I'm going to turn this on, not very high. It's got a lot of time to cook. I got a watermelon today. They had them for $6.99 at Kroger. So I splurged and got a watermelon. And you know, before I even had the watermelon all cut up, my cat was out here crying for some. And he woke up out of a dead sleep. I don't know how he does that, but he does. And he's asking for watermelon. He loves watermelon. Not Belle, but Jazz. Belle's more of the meat eater. Jazz, he loves his watermelon. And I looked it up, and actually he's not the only cat that does that. You just shouldn't feed it to him all the time because, you know, of the sugar content. So, yeah. I want to start doing the, oh gosh, the foil packs next week. But I've got Emmy all day Monday, so I might do something else Monday. because him and I are actually going to go to Bronson and go shopping because he loves to shop with Grandma. And they do have a few things down there that I'd like to get. So, we're going to go down to Bronson. They have these, and I don't normally ever buy them, but they have these, what do they call those? Something pockets. But I had seen a recipe for them, Hot Pockets. And I had seen a recipe for something for that. And if they still have them, I want to get some. And then they have some beef sticks that me and my son both love. Well, and AJ does too. And they're $6 a box for 24 of those. And they're really nice and meaty. So I want to get one for their family and one for mine. I shouldn't say for mine because Tom doesn't eat them very often. It's me. I might have gotten out too many potatoes, but I'm hoping for some for leftover. Tom was going to take my car in today to make sure what's wrong with it in the back, because our dealership charges $110 just to check that, and it doesn't go off the bill, which that sucks. I think I'm just going to use this last potato. I made Tom some Jell-O today for work. We'll see how it works out, and I put it in half-pint jars. He's going to hopefully have some time to work on the yard tomorrow. We still haven't mowed yet this year. But we've been getting rid of all the blocks and stuff we had used for decorations. And, you know, he had to move all the dirt that we had to take out of over at Jack's yard. I did pay a kid to help him with that because, you know, he's nearly 70 years old. He doesn't need to be moving all that dirt. So there's that. And then, so now he's got corners and stuff he needs to clean out. And hopefully in a couple weeks he can start on the siding that we need to get done back there. It already has wood siding on it, but because it was built, my dad had it built, it's of the pressure wood, the whole basement is on that end, on the end that you can't see over here. And like he said, there's cracks and stuff getting in there, and he doesn't want it ruined, so he wants to cover it up. Then there's something else that we forgot that we had to get done this year. We've been saying we're going to do it for years and haven't. And of course the retaining wall. So his cousin sometime is going to come over and give us a quote on how much to replace that. And then we need to replace our front steps. They are just sometimes really hard to get up, the bottom step especially. And it's hard on the grandkids, not just us, but on the grandkids to get up that bottom step. So we want to get that replaced this year too, the front steps. He's been promising me for, well, about 5 years. So hopefully it gets done this year. I know this is pretty boring, eh? But sometimes real life is just boring. You know, you don't want to spend too much money on groceries because they're getting ridiculous. And you're trying to just, like, I only get the bare necessities now. Like, I didn't even buy any milk this week. I got that half of it left. And, yeah, I'm just trying to buy the necessities or things for Tom's lunches or whatever. It is getting tough out there for everybody. And I'm going to chop up some hot dogs. And the reason for this meal tonight, actually, I'm not a hot dog fan, but believe it or not, I've been craving hot dogs. Isn't that weird? And it's not even something that I'm a big fan of, but I've been craving hot dogs. Now, if you want to do that poor man's dish, you could actually add a little bit of ketchup to this, but I'm not going to do that. Because, like I say, if I have leftovers, it'll be part of breakfast. And if we want ketchup, we can just add it. You know, so this meal might cost us, well, with the beans, it'll be a little less than $5. And hopefully, like I say, there'll be leftovers. So that's not such a bad thing. Now we want to add salt and pepper to it. Make sure you season it good, because you know there's a lot of potatoes in there, and those potatoes don't have a lot of flavor. It's what we add to those potatoes that makes it good, you know what I mean? Alright, and actually we do like our onions too, so our onions and pepper. I might actually have to end up adding a little bit more butter. Normally I'd just put a lid on this and let it get, you know, cooked down that way, but he won't be home for over an hour, so it's got plenty of time. And I want to get it crisp on everything. So, that's starting dinner, and when it gets done, I guess we'll have time to try it. I know it's boring, but sometimes boring's good. Sometimes, you know, like I watched a show today, and she was talking about her mom and all the other things, and then I watched a sentimental thing, and sometimes it's just about pure, simple, and sometimes sentimental what we make for our meals. Doesn't always have to be fancy, guys. Sometimes it can cost less than $5 for a nice full meal with leftovers. So, he should be calling any minute, and I'll come back. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
How are you?
Just wonderful.
You said your back hurts, so not perfect anyway. So there's dinner. Watermelon, beans and hot dogs, and potatoes.
So make sure it was not too hot.
Oh, it did just come off the stove.
Like a dummy, I didn't blow on it either. Usually I blow it cold, but I didn't do it that time.
Oh, well.
Ouch.
She's like, there's hot dogs in there.
They're too hot for you right now.
Chew a piece off, give it to her, and blow on it.
You want me to chew it off and blow on it for her?
Yep.
You better appreciate this. Look at her liquor chops.
She eating it?
See, told you it was too hot.
You want to try your beans or some of your watermelon? She didn't want your hot dog.
No, that's a pretty decent watermelon. Now.
Yeah. He's got to go do some measuring, and then we're going to go to the graves tonight. Take our mom some flowers and take my mom those little frogs that we got.
For her birthday.
Yeah, for her birthday. So winter dinner?
Winter. Hot dog dinner.
Awesome. All right, you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.